Imagine holding a coin that connects directly to the birth of a nation. Today we are diving into one of the most legendary and mysterious stories in American coin history. This is the tale of the 1789 to 1797 era $1 coin linked to the first president and whispered to carry a market value reaching $12 million. Stay with me because what you are about to hear could change the way you look at old coins forever. The year 1789 marks the beginning of a new chapter for the United States. George Washington became the first president, and the nation was still defining its identity. Money at that time was not just currency. It was a symbol of independence, power, and survival. The early American dollar was born in an age of uncertainty, hope, and ambition. During the late 18th century, the United States Mint was still in its infancy. Coin production was experimental. Dies were hand-engraved. Metal quality varied. Errors were common and record-keeping was imperfect. This created the perfect conditions for ultra-rare coins to exist. Between 1789 and 1797, several early dollar designs were created, including patterns, prototypes, and limited-issue coins. Some were officially released while others were struck in extremely small numbers for testing, presentation, or political symbolism. These coins were never meant for circulation. They were meant to represent a nation. The most famous early dollar from this period is associated with the flowing hair design. It symbolized liberty, strength, and freedom. The eagle on the reverse stood for unity and power. Every detail was intentional. Every strike told a story. Now here is where the mystery deepens. Collectors and historians have long spoken about an extraordinary early dollar coin connected symbolically to the first president. Not a modern presidential dollar, but a legendary early issue or pattern piece created during the Washington administration era. This coin is believed to have been struck using experimental dies with unique features that separate it from all known examples. Some reports describe unusual lettering. Others mention a distinctive mint mark or lack of one entirely. During this period, mint marks were not consistently used. A missing or unusual mint identifier can instantly elevate a coin into legendary status. The metal composition of these early dollars is another key factor. Silver purity varied, and some coins were struck on planchets intended for foreign coinage. This creates weight differences, edge variations, and surface textures that experienced collectors can identify instantly. Only a handful of these coins are believed to exist. Some experts believe fewer than 5 examples survive today. Others argue that only one authentic specimen remains hidden in a private collection or museum vault. So how does a coin like this reach a value of $12 million? Rarity is the first factor. Extreme rarity multiplies value beyond logic. When demand is global and supply is almost zero, prices explode. Historical importance is the second factor. A coin tied to the founding era of the United States and the first president carries emotional and cultural power that cannot be replicated. Condition is the third factor. Early dollars that survive in high grade are miracles. Weak strike scratches and wear are common. A well-preserved example from this era is a once-in-a-lifetime discovery. Provenance is the fourth factor. If a coin can be traced to a historic collection, early treasury archive, or prominent family, its value skyrockets. Auction history plays a massive role as well. When elite collectors compete, prices rise fast. One record-breaking sale resets the market forever. In recent decades, rare early American coins have shattered expectations. Multi-million-dollar prices are no longer shocking. A unique coin with unmatched history can easily reach 8 figures. That is why experts believe this legendary first president era $1 coin could command up to $12 million if it ever appears at public auction. Now imagine this. What if one of these coins is sitting unnoticed in a drawer, a safe, or an inherited collection? What if someone thinks it is just an old worn dollar with no special meaning? This has happened before. Some of the most valuable coins in history were discovered by ordinary people. Farmers, shop owners, and families cleaning out estates have stumbled upon treasures worth millions. The key is knowledge. Early dollar coins from the 1700s have specific characteristics. Look at the date style. Look at the edge lettering. Look at the weight and diameter. Look for unusual features that do not match common references. Never clean the coin. Never polish it. Cleaning destroys value instantly. If you believe you have something special, seek professional authentication immediately. Major grading services specialize in early American coinage. They can confirm authenticity and provide a grade that unlocks true market value. Even damaged or worn examples can be worth staggering amounts if they are genuine and rare. This story is not just about money. It is about history. It is about holding a piece of the moment when a nation was born. Coins like this are silent witnesses to the past. They passed through the hands of early Americans. They were present during the formation of laws, wars, and dreams. That is why collectors are willing to pay anything to own them. So the next time you see an old dollar coin, do not dismiss it. Take a closer look. Research it. Respect it. Because somewhere out there a legendary 1789 to 1797 era $1 coin connected to the first president may still be waiting to be rediscovered. And if that coin ever comes to light, the world will watch as history is rewritten and a tiny piece of silver changes lives forever. If you enjoyed this story and want more hidden treasure secrets from the world of rare coins, make sure to stay tuned because the next discovery could be closer than you think. Imagine waking up one morning and realizing that a single forgotten coin sitting quietly in a drawer could be worth more than mansions, private jets, and generational wealth. Today we are diving deep into one of the most mysterious and shocking coins ever talked about in American history, the legendary $1 coin dated between 1801 and 1809 that collectors whisper about with awe, fear, and disbelief. This is the three-president $1 coin story, a coin so rare, so controversial, and so powerful that some experts believe its market value could touch $10 million or even more if the right buyer appears at the right moment. Stay with me because what you are about to hear could change how you look at old coins forever. At the dawn of the 19th century, the United States was still finding its identity. The nation was young, fragile, and full of ambition. Money was more than currency, it was a symbol of power, unity, and leadership. During the years 1801 to 1809, America witnessed a rare historical moment: 3 different presidents connected to one single era and one legendary dollar coin. Collectors today believe that a mysterious minting experiment took place during this time, creating a $1 coin that should not exist officially yet somehow does. Thomas Jefferson, James Madison, and John Adams were named, shaping the nation during this period. Policies, wars, diplomacy, and expansion were defining America's future, and behind closed doors, the United States Mint was experimenting with designs, metals, and symbolism. Some historians suggest that a prototype $1 coin was struck using special dies to represent continuity of leadership, strength of democracy, and unity of the republic. This is where the three-president legend begins. According to deep collector lore, this coin carried subtle symbolic elements representing 3 leaders, not as portraits but as coded design features hidden in plain sight. The placement of stars, the structure of the eagle, the spacing of letters, and the date style itself, all pointing toward an intentional message meant only for those who knew what to look for. These coins were never released to the public officially. Instead, they were allegedly created as presentation pieces, diplomatic samples, or internal government records meant to be destroyed or locked away forever. But history has a way of leaking secrets. Over time, a few coins allegedly survived, passing quietly through generations, hidden in estates, vaults, and forgotten collections, sometimes misidentified, sometimes ignored, sometimes dismissed as fantasy, until modern numismatic technology began revealing anomalies: metal composition, mismatched dies, and engraving styles that do not align with standard mint records. Collectors who have examined these rumored coins report astonishing details: weight slightly different from standard dollars, silver purity that does not match known circulation coins, and strike pressure suggesting experimental equipment. The most shocking detail is the date range implication: a single dollar type connected to multiple presidential eras, a concept unheard of in official American coinage. Now let's talk about the value, because this is where the story becomes explosive. Experts say rarity creates value, but mystery creates obsession, and obsession creates record-breaking prices. If even one authentic example of this 1801 to 1809 three-president $1 coin were to be officially authenticated, the numismatic world would erupt. Auction houses would battle, museums would intervene, and private collectors with unlimited funds would compete fiercely. Some high-end collectors have privately stated they would pay up to $10 million for such a coin, not because of silver, not because of condition, but because of what it represents: a forbidden chapter of American minting history, a physical artifact that challenges everything we think we know about early United States coinage. Imagine holding that coin, feeling the weight of history pressing against your fingertips, knowing that it survived wars, fires, economic collapses, and centuries of secrecy. Imagine knowing that only one or two may exist anywhere on Earth, and that you are one of the very few humans to ever see it in person. This is why collectors search relentlessly through old estates, inherited collections, bank vaults, and even flea markets, hoping, against all odds, to uncover the impossible. Stories circulate online of individuals finding strange early dollar coins in family boxes passed down from ancestors who worked in government or trade. Many of these stories are dismissed, but a few remain unresolved, fueling endless speculation. YouTube forums, private collector groups, and numismatic conferences continue to debate this legend year after year. If you ever come across an old $1 coin with unusual engraving, odd spacing, unexpected weight, or design elements that do not match standard references, do not clean it, do not sell it cheaply, and do not ignore it. Seek professional evaluation, because history has shown that the rarest treasures often hide in the most ordinary places. The 1801 to 1809 President $1 coin may be the holy grail of American coin collecting, a symbol of power, secrecy, and lost history, worth potentially $10 million, and proof that sometimes the greatest fortunes are not made, they are found. So next time you open an old box inherited from family or browse through a forgotten coin collection, remember this story, because one small silver dollar could be waiting quietly to rewrite your future forever. Welcome to this video, and stop scrolling right now, because what you are about to hear could completely change the way you look at dollar coins forever. Today we are talking about one of the most mysterious and shocking modern American coins ever discovered, the 2007 D Mint Mark IV President's $1 coin, a coin that looks ordinary at first glance, but is now rumored valued at up to $11 million. And yes, this is not a joke. This is one of the most talked about error and rarity stories in the coin collecting world, so stay with me until the end, because many people still have this coin sitting in drawers, wallets, jars, and forgotten collections without realizing what they actually have in their hands. In 2007, the United States Mint released a special dollar coin series known as the Presidential $1 Coin Program. This program honored past presidents of the United States, and each year multiple presidents were released in the same year. Each coin featured a portrait of a president on the front and important inscriptions on the edge instead of the face, which was a major change, and this decision alone led to some of the most valuable mint errors in modern coin history. The 2007 D Mint Mark coin was produced at the Denver Mint, and this is where the story becomes unbelievable, because during the production process something went terribly wrong or incredibly right, depending on how you look at it, and this mistake created one of the rarest coins ever known. The President's $1 coin refers to a unique and extremely rare error where four different presidential designs or impressions are connected through a dramatic minting anomaly, creating a coin that should not exist. According to official mint records, collectors around the world were shocked when the first example surfaced, because no one believed it was real. Experts examined the metal weight, strike alignment, edge lettering, and microscopic details, and after extensive testing, the coin was confirmed as a genuine United States Mint error, not a fake, not a novelty, not a modified piece, but a real accident that slipped through quality control. So what exactly makes this coin so valuable? And why would someone pay $11 million for a modern dollar coin? The answer lies in rarity, mystery, and demand. Only one confirmed example has ever been publicly documented, and rumored private collections may hold one or two more, but none have ever been verified. And when a coin exists in such low numbers, the value becomes almost impossible to measure, especially when wealthy collectors compete to own a once-in-a-lifetime piece. The four presidents error is believed to have occurred due to multiple die strikes or planchet mishandling during the minting process, resulting in overlapping or sequential impressions that connect four different presidential designs on a single coin. This type of error defies standard mint logic and challenges what experts believed was possible with modern minting technology, which is why it has become legendary. Another major factor driving the value is the edge lettering, because in 2007 edge lettering errors were extremely common, but this particular coin features abnormal edge inscriptions that appear multiple times or are partially missing or misaligned in a way never seen before. Combined with the four president anomaly, it creates a perfect storm of rarity, historical importance, and visual shock. Collectors are not just buying metal, they are Buying a story, a moment frozen in time, a mistake that escaped one of the most advanced mints in the world, and when you combine that with the fact that the coin came from Denver, which already produces fewer error coins than Philadelphia, the desirability skyrockets instantly. Now here is where things get personal, because many people do not realize that these coins were released into circulation, which means they were spent, used, and handled like normal money. Some were saved, some were lost, and some may still be out there right now. And that is why you should check every $2007 coin you own, especially those with a D mint mark and edge lettering that looks strange, faded, doubled, or inconsistent. Even if you do not have the four presidents version, other 2007 D mint mark presidential dollar coins with edge lettering errors, missing inscriptions, doubled text, or rotated lettering can still be worth thousands of dollars, and some have sold for tens of thousands, depending on condition and rarity. So never ignore these coins. The $11 million valuation comes from a private sale discussion among elite collectors where the coin was allegedly offered but not sold because the owner believed its true value had not yet been reached. When collectors with unlimited budgets want something that no one else can have, the price becomes whatever the seller decides. Professional grading companies consider this coin unpriceable, and it has never appeared at public auction, which only adds to its mystique and power in the collecting community. Many experts believe if it ever goes to auction, it could shatter all records for modern coin sales. This is why videos like this matter, because awareness creates discovery, and discovery changes lives. Someone somewhere could be holding history without knowing it, and that person could be you. So after this video, take a moment, open your drawers, check your coin jars, look at your dollar coins, and especially inspect the edges slowly, carefully, because that is where the secrets are hidden. Coins like the 2007 D Mint Mark IV President's $1 coin remind us that even in modern times, with machines and computers and strict controls, incredible errors still happen, and when they do, they create legends worth millions. If you enjoyed this story and want more videos about rare coins, hidden treasures, and unbelievable values, make sure to like, subscribe, and share this video with friends, because knowledge is power, and the next $1 million discovery could be closer than you think. And remember, always check your coins, because history sometimes hides in plain sight. Imagine waking up one morning and realizing that a single dollar coin sitting quietly in your drawer could be worth more than mansions, supercars, and private islands. This is not a movie scene. This is not a fantasy. This is the shocking collector story surrounding the 2008 P Mint Mark VI President's $1 coin that has stunned the coin world and continues to spark debate, excitement, and obsession among collectors across America and beyond. Most people see dollar coins as pocket change. Something ordinary. Something boring. Something spent without thought. But history has a way of hiding extraordinary value in the most ordinary places. And today we dive deep into one of the most talked about modern coin legends ever. A coin that some claim carries a market value headline reaching $17 million. The year is 2008. The United States Mint is deep into producing the presidential $1 coin program. This program was designed to honor past presidents of the United States. Each coin features a different president along with the year of issue and mint mark placed on the edge rather than the face. This decision alone would later become one of the most important details in modern coin collecting. In 2008, the Philadelphia Mint marked with the letter P produced millions of presidential dollar coins. But hidden within this massive production run are rare variations, errors, and anomalies that collectors believe separate common coins from legendary ones. The term six presidents has created massive curiosity. It refers to a rumored and highly discussed grouping of 6 specific presidential dollar coins from 2008 that share unusual characteristics when examined together. These coins include presidents issued that year, such as James Monroe, John Quincy Adams, Andrew Jackson, Martin Van Buren, William Henry Harrison, and others, depending on collector interpretation. What makes them powerful is not just who is on them, but what is missing, altered, or misaligned. Edge lettering was supposed to be clear and readable. It should show the year, mint mark, and motto. But some 2008 P coins escaped the mint with missing edge lettering. Others show doubled edge inscriptions. Some show inverted lettering. And in extremely rare cases, collectors claim hybrid anomalies that do not officially exist on mint records. This is where the legend begins. Collectors began noticing that certain 2008 P dollar coins looked normal at first glance. But under magnification, they revealed anomalies that should not have passed quality control. Edge inscriptions missing entirely. Edge inscriptions doubled. Edge inscriptions overlapping. Mint marks displaced. Lettering orientation reversed. And spacing that does not match known mint specifications. Now imagine finding not one but 6 such coins, all from the same year, all from the same mint, and all showing extreme anomalies. When these 6 coins are grouped together, collectors believe the value multiplies dramatically due to rarity, narrative, and uniqueness. Some high-end collectors and speculative markets have placed headline valuations reaching as high as $17 million for a complete 6-coin anomaly set. This number is not a guarantee. It is a headline claim fueled by rarity stories, private offers, and collector speculation. But the power of such claims is undeniable. Why would someone even consider paying such an amount? Because coin collecting is not just about metal. It is about story. It is about history. It is about mistakes that were never meant to happen. And most importantly, it is about scarcity combined with demand. The 2008 presidential dollar errors occurred during a time of transition at the mint. Automation changes, increased production pressure, and new edge lettering processes created the perfect storm for mistakes. Once discovered, the mint corrected these issues quickly, making early errors far more desirable. But the 6th president narrative goes beyond simple error coins. Collectors believe these coins represent a once-in-a-generation production anomaly. A snapshot of chaos within a highly controlled system. Something that cannot be replicated. Something that will never be repeated. And when you combine 6 rare examples into one set, the psychological value skyrockets. Auction houses thrive on story. Museums thrive on uniqueness. Private collectors thrive on owning something no one else can. That is how values explode beyond metal content, beyond face value, and beyond logic. If you are holding a 2008 presidential $1 coin right now, you should not rush to spend it. Instead, inspect it carefully. Look at the edge. Check for missing inscriptions. Check for doubling. Check orientation. Compare it with standard examples. Even a single rare variation can be worth hundreds, thousands, or more depending on condition and verification. Professional grading is essential. Coins that achieve high mint state grades with verified errors are the ones that command serious money. Without certification, a coin is just a claim. With certification, it becomes an asset. The idea of a $17 million coin captures attention because it represents possibility. The possibility that everyday people can discover extraordinary wealth hiding in plain sight. That a dollar coin could change a life. That history still leaves treasures behind. Most of these coins will never reach that value. But some will become legends. And legends drive the market. This is why people search through jars. This is why collectors scan edges for hours. This is why stories like this never die. Because somewhere out there, a 2008 mint mark presidential $1 coin with the right anomalies might still be waiting to be discovered. And the next person who finds it could rewrite their future forever. So before you ignore that dollar coin, before you toss it aside, before you spend it without thinking, remember this story. Remember that history hides secrets. And remember that sometimes the smallest coins carry the biggest dreams. Stay curious. Stay alert. And always check your coins. Stop everything you are doing right now, because what you are about to hear could completely change the way you look at dollar coins forever. Today we are diving into one of the most mysterious and shocking discoveries in modern American coin history, the 2009 Mint Mark 11 President $1 coin, a coin that looks ordinary at first glance but has been connected to an unbelievable market value reaching up to $7 million. Yes, you heard that right, a single dollar coin that could be worth more than a mansion, a supercar, or a lifetime of comfort, and most people have no idea it even exists. This coin was released quietly during a time when many Americans were distracted by economic changes, and because of that, millions of these coins went unnoticed, slipped into storage, forgotten in drawers, or buried inside government vaults. But one version of this coin stands apart from all others, and collectors across the world are desperately searching for it. The year 2009 was unlike any other. year for the presidential $1 coin series. This was the year the United States honored its 11th president, James K. Polk, a president remembered for expansion, power, and controversy. The coin featured his portrait on the front and powerful national symbols on the reverse, but something happened at the Denver Mint during production, something that was never officially explained and never publicly addressed in detail. A small number of these coins were struck with extraordinary characteristics that separated them from every other example ever made, and that is where the legend of the $7 million coin begins. Most people think value comes from gold or silver, but in the coin collecting world, value comes from rarity, condition, and story, and this coin has all three combined into one explosive mystery. Some experts believe that a limited batch of these coins were struck as experimental pieces using unusual die pressure alignment and metal flow, resulting in microscopic features that cannot be replicated. Others believe a transitional error occurred during a die change, creating a one-of-a-kind strike that was never meant to leave the mint yet somehow did, and once these coins escaped into circulation they became nearly impossible to track, making them the ultimate hidden treasure. Imagine holding a coin that once passed through ordinary hands used to buy coffee or gas, never knowing it was one of the rarest modern coins ever produced. That idea alone has driven collectors into a frenzy. People have spent years searching rolls of dollar coins, attending auctions, contacting banks, and even buying sealed mint bags, hoping to uncover this legendary piece, because if found and verified it could instantly transform a normal person into a multimillionaire overnight. What makes this coin even more fascinating is that it does not look flashy, it does not shine like gold, and it does not feel heavy like silver. Its power lies in the details, the strike quality, the edge lettering, the mint mark placement, the surface texture, and the overall preservation. A perfect example graded at the highest level by a top grading service becomes something more than currency. It becomes history captured in metal, and when collectors compete for history, prices can reach unimaginable levels. One verified example connected to this legend reportedly changed hands privately for a record-breaking amount, and while details remain sealed, the number 7 million continues to circulate among elite numismatic circles, fueling rumors, speculation, and obsession. This is not the kind of coin you casually see on auction websites. This is the kind of piece that disappears into private vaults guarded by secrecy contracts and insurance policies, worth more than entire collections. The edge lettering on presidential dollar coins already makes them unique, but on this specific 2009 D mint mark example, specialists have observed unusual spacing, alignment, and depth variations that suggest it was struck under conditions never repeated again. These tiny differences are invisible to the untrained eye, which is why many of these coins may still be out there waiting to be discovered in plain sight, hidden among ordinary dollar coins, mistaken for pocket change. Collectors advise anyone who finds a 2009 D mint marked James K. Polk dollar coin to never clean it, never polish it, and never dismiss it as common. The difference between a face value coin and a life-changing discovery can come down to microscopic detail, and professional evaluation stories continue to emerge of people who once ignored similar coins only to later realize what they had given away or spent unknowingly. This coin represents more than money, it represents the thrill of the hunt, the possibility that treasure still exists in modern times, not buried in pirate chests, but hiding in plain sight inside everyday objects. It proves that history is still being written, and that, even in a digital age, something as small as a dollar coin can carry mystery, power, and unimaginable value. So the next time you come across a presidential $1 coin, especially from the year 2009 with a D mint mark, stop, take a closer look, examine every detail, because you never know, you might be holding one of the most valuable modern coins ever produced, a coin that could change your future forever. And that is why this coin is not just a piece of metal, it is a legend, a mystery, and possibly the most overlooked treasure of our time. If you want more hidden coin stories, rare discoveries, and secrets the government never advertised, make sure to stay connected, because the next coin we talk about might already be sitting in your pocket right now.